On air, online, all the time. Hayes FM 91.8.
Club Classics with Marc Ciccone. Playing you the hottest dance tunes from the 70s, 80s, 90s and today's best music variety. Club Classics with Marc Ciccone.
So there we go. We've joined in the studio this afternoon, or this evening even, on this Club Classics. We've got Lonnie Gordon in the studio. Hello, how are you?
Hello, Mark. How are you?
It's good to have you with us this evening.
And thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome. Now, I've got loads of questions for you, and obviously I hear that you've got a single coming out.
Questions you have for me?
Well,
and
first, how about we start from your past and work onwards?
My past?
Yeah.
How far back would you like to go? Birth? Am I in the belly, or what?
First of all, I mean, obviously in the UK, most of the people know you from singing Happening All Over Again.
Yes.
Because obviously I reached number 4, I believe.
Yes.
And what made you start your music career?
Oh, so you're going back that far? Well,
I am.
I've
yes.
always wanted to be a singer, you know, and usually when, as a child, has a dream, and the only thing past my mind was being an artist, a singer. So I think that, let's see, when I was a kid, my mom, at that time, you know, she used to watch boxing and stuff, and the boxer who we used to watch was Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
Yeah, that I grew up with. I grew up with that, and you know, you remember that song? Like stuff like Dancing in the Street, but Jimmy Mac. Oh, Jimmy Mac,
I love
when
that
are
song.
you coming back? These arms. My mother used to play that all the time. My God. But as far back as I can remember, my first audition was at the Apollo Theater in New York City, and I was probably 14 maybe.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. And then the first band I got involved with, they were called Nightjar, and you know, Nightjar was a fusion band.
Right.
And back then we used to rehearse in the studio in New York. And there was all kinds of musicians used to walk in there, but one in particular musician used to rehearse right next door to me, and that was Nile Rodgers from Dance, Dance, Dance. Remember that song, Dance, Dance? Well, he used to rehearse right in the studio next door. At that time in my life, I was 18, and I remember they used to rehearse Dance, 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 and then a year or so later, they became really, really, really successful. So I met Nile Rodgers when I was about 19. Then I would meet him again with EMI Records, SPK Records in the States.
Right.
After Happening All Over Again, I did an album called If I Have to Stand Alone. You remember that album?
I remember the song If You Have to Stand Alone.
If I Have to Stand Alone. Well, there was an album that If I Have to Stand Alone had Happening All Over Again, my first album with Stock Aitken Waterman. And the funny thing, it was never ever released. It was released May 17th on Cherry Pop Records of this year, 2009. So it took 17 years before it would be released. How interesting is that, Mark?
It is very... And also, I've just noticed on my list of paperwork here, that my producers have given me, I've got to say congratulations on your first album, or your next, or the last album even, basically.
Well, the first album that's released May 17th on Cherry Pop of this year, 2009, it's just released after 17 years.
And also, you've got another new song coming out, haven't you?
Well, it's not like a new song. Gonna Catch You, I recorded, re-recorded in 2007. And the release date, funny enough, is tomorrow on EMI Positiva.
Brilliant.
I think I think they switched over. It's called Fever Pitch. You can get it on Fever Pitch Records, but I'm signed to EMI Positiva. But Gonna Catch You Baby is on Fever Pitch. So Monday. What date is Monday? That for?
The 3rd, isn't it?
The 3rd. It's
third.
Released the 3rd.
So Monday.
So many release dates moving back and forth. See, haha.
Let's give them the right information so they know where to go. So Happening All Over Again. Obviously, how did you get involved with the Stock Aitken and Walkman making of this song?
Well, at the time, when I came over to Great Britain, I used to watch Top of the Pops, and Top of the Pops had, at that time, Dead or Alive was on it, and it was these producers that was coming up. They were always, they sort of like dominated the charts at that time, and they were called Stock Aitken Waterman. And then I was on a hunt to find out these producers and I wanted to work with them. Ooh.
Okay.
Is that the song?
No.
Ooh.
I'm playing with buttons here. I do
You
apologize.
playing with buttons? You mean to tell me that the audience can't hear it?
No.
He's playing with buttons, everybody.
Shall we just play some of the music that you actually did so that people get a feel
Oh,
of
well,
who
you want to play
are?
Happening All Over Again then?
We're going to play a little brief clip here, this little montage of music of what you have done. We'll come right back and talk to you in just a sec. We're just going to play this first.
Oh, you want to play that? Okay, everybody, here you go.
Classics. Club Classics. Classics. Club Classics.
Ain't what you believe. I'll bring you joy beyond your wildest dreams. Moving hearts, lovers' lives.
91.8 Hayes FM.
There you go, some of the music you could have heard a long time ago and present, and that one was, the first song was off your Cherry Pop album, is that correct?
Right, that's the album that wasn't released 17 years ago. Cherry Pop.
So also, I've been doing some research on you, and the Happening All Over Again was originally for Donna Summer. How did you feel falling into singing that one?
It's sort of like didn't fall. It was quite honor. Stock Aitken Mortimer. From what I understand, these words are not verbatim because I don't know. I know she didn't sing the song, and at the time of me trying to find out these producers, SAW at that time, a song was presented to me by a record company, and the record company, I wasn't really signed to them as of yet, but they had Mel and Kim on their label, and they were called Supreme Records. And I went after them to get closer to Stock Aitken Mortimer, and the song that was presented to me was Happening All Over Again. And it was quite quick. I sang it, and it went in the charts. And, you know, the music world would start as far as records, because yet again, I was the singer before I came to England, but we didn't do records yet. You know, all artists are looking for record deals and stuff like that, and they call it changing their lives or whatever. Happening All Over Again was what would change my life. But before Happening All Over Again, I recorded such songs as No Regrets, Love Eviction, Beat the Street. You know, there was many recordings that went underground. It was a cult for the gay community. It seems like I had accumulated such huge gay fans, and it was because, and they happened to be guys. That was before Happening All Over Again happened. You know, so it was like doing all these gigs in Great Britain, and it was a cult already. And then when Happening All Over Again came out, everybody that brought Love Eviction, they went out and brought that.
Okay, and also when you was with Stock Aitken and Walkman, did you meet many of the other artists they used to have on their books?
Well, we did this thing called the Coca-Cola Show.
Okay.
And the Coca-Cola Show had Big Fun on it, Sonia, and
Big Fun, that's taking me...
Listen without prejudice. 91.8 Hayes FM.